Shivakumar is going to Belgavi to meet the deceased Karnataka contractor Santosh's family. Now, this is the latest with respect to the death of a contractor in Karnataka is concerned that has kicked off a huge political storm because the minister, the state minister here has been accused of being involved and has, in fact, a case has been registered against him for abetment of suicide. Now, this is, of course, the contractor suicide case that we're talking about, and this is the latest in coming in from Karnataka, where DK Shivakumar, Congress leader, is now on the way to meet the family of this deceased contractor. Now, he is on his way to Belgavi. Now, remember, the case involves the state minister who has been accused of corruption, of lies, of extortion by this particular contractor Santosh, who was found dead in a hotel in Udupi. Now, following his death, several questions have been raised on the involvement of this minister, because remember, he had accused the minister of being directly involved of corruption of the 40% commission is the charge that is coming here. The minister we're talking about is Eshwarappa. However, the minister has hit back and said that this is nothing but a conspiracy, as there was no written note left by the deceased contractor. Neha joins us live on the broadcast. Thank you, Neha, so much for joining us. You've been constantly following this story. Now we're being told that the Congress state chief is on the way to visit Santosh's family.
Well, that's absolutely right. Earlier this morning, the Karnataka Congress chief DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah had both, in fact, mentioned that they would be going to visit Santosh's family and would, in fact, be conveying their condolences to the family. But the larger, question or the larger demand over here that the Congress has been pressing for is the resignation of the RDPR minister, KS Eshwarappa, and that apart also that the Karnataka police, in fact, invoked Section 302 or murder charges against him. We'll really have to wait and see, because let's tell you that the distraught family of Santosh has already, in fact, been asking for the arrest of the minister, so much so that they've gone to the extent of saying that they would not hand over the body for post-mortem until such time that an arrest is not made. Now, it's not only KS Eshwarappa, but his aides also who've been named in this case. We're seeing how his aides Ramesh and Basavaraj also have, in fact, been named as accused number 2 and 3 respectively. So we'll really have to wait and see. But, of course, the matter turning political is just one aspect of this. The bigger aspect of this being the fact that the 40% commission allegations need to be probed.
So, given to understand that the BJP is going to hold a meeting in the evening in order to, decide on what they want to do about these allegations. Do we have any update on that?
Well, earlier this morning, the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai had said that he would be having a talk with Minister KS Eshwarappa, after which a decision would be taken. However, later we saw that, the senior BJP leadership over here, likely from, the high command most possibly, would in fact now be taking a call on the resignation or no resignation of KS Eshwarappa. Let's tell you that he is one of the party's senior most leaders. We also know that, in fact, he is, quite close to the high command as well. So now what decision would be taken in this regard, that would be very, very crucial over here. That would not only, in fact, as per the family, but even as per the opposition, that would be the bare minimum in helping getting justice for Santosh, who in fact died by suicide. So as far as, this decision coming in on Minister KS Eshwarappa is concerned, he had said this morning that he would, in fact, resign only if the Chief Minister asked him to. Later in the afternoon, we saw him retracting and going back on that and saying that there's no question of resignation at all. So as far as the decision is concerned, we'll have to wait it out. 4:30 is what we know when a decision would be taken.
All right, Neha, we'll keep coming back to you for the latest on this story. For now, thank you so much for joining us.